This week in baseball plunges into the rough and tumble race in the American League East. The Yankees pull out a few heart stoppers. Earl Weaver pulls his Orioles out of a key game. Reviewing the league leaders, National League standouts, and American League standouts. A special flashback to some of the year's outstanding oddities and entities. All this and more coming up on This Week in Baseball. With just days to go in the season, one race remains, and it's a classic. New York, Baltimore, and Boston again battling for supremacy in the American League East. Standing room only crowds jammed Yankee Stadium for three pressure-packed games between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Rookie Mike Paxton started game number one for the Sox, and he looked like he was accustomed to these pressure cookers. Yankee starter Ron Guidry showed early signs of nervousness. Before he had settled down and gained his control, Boston scored 2 runs. But Guidry hung tough, and so did his team. Mickey Rivers struck the big blow that put New York in front. And there it goes. It's out of here. Mick the Quick had a mighty busy night. The Boston Power Company kept pushing him back to the fence. But potential homers in other parks merely became outs in the stadium. And Ron Guidry took care of the rest, allowing only 5 hits, striking out 8. That settled one game, but the pressure continued. Game 2, tension tuned to a fine pitch, alive with artistry on the diamond. Yankee killer Reggie Cleveland going for his 8th straight win over the Yankees. Inning after inning, the New Yorkers were silenced. Billy Martin was concerned. And whenever Yankee did hit the ball hard, Boston's defense responded. Carl Yastrzemski, how about that? Ed Figueroa matched zeros on the scoreboard with Reggie Cleveland, but with more difficulty. The jam-packed stadium was on edge as Boston loaded the bases in the top of the 5th. No one out, and Fred Lynn at bat, but watch. A home-to-first double play. Almost out of a jam, but there's still runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Carl Yastrzemski is coming to bat. He awaits the pitch. He drills it right back to the box. Figueroa stops it the hard way. Yaz is out, and the game remains scoreless. And sharp defense kept it that way. George Scott belts one to deep right, but now watch Reggie Jackson climb a wall. That stopped one rally, and later Reggie did it again. This time it's Bernie Carbo who's robbed. Man alive. The scoreless game finally came down to the bottom of the 9th. A battle of Reggies. Cleveland pitching to Jackson. Thurman Munson's on first after leadoff single. Cleveland ready for the 3-2 pitch. So is Jackson. And there it goes. Deep to right center. And it's going, and it is gone. And with that dramatic game-winning homer, the Red Sox fall another game back in the standings. But Boston came right back in Game 3. Because of a shoulder strain, starter Mike Torres had to leave the game, and lefty Sparky Lyle was called on early. But too early this time. The Sox forgot about homers and chipped away for 6 hits in 1 inning. The last one, a 3-run triple by Denny Doyle. And that's all Senor Louis Tiant needed. He hypnotized the Yankee hitters with twists, twirls, and tantalizing curves. So after all the sound and fury, the race still continued. But the Birds weren't about to forfeit their weekend series with Boston. Jim Palmer breezed through the first game, winning 6-1. After throwing the experienced Palmer at the Red Sox, the Orioles turned around and started rookie Dennis Martinez the next day. He continued his impressive pitching with a complete 11-2 victory. The young right-hander was really buzzing, and so were Baltimore bats, putting a flock of birds on the bases and then sending them round and round. Rookie Eddie Murray topped off the walloping with 4 hits and 5 runs batted in. But Boston came back the next game with a rookie of its own, designated hitter Ted Cox. In his first major league game, he singled in the first inning, went on to go 4 for 4, helping the Red Sox to a 10-4 win. Congratulations, son. With the race still far from settled, the Yankees moved on to Fenway for 2 more games with Boston. The Red Sox were desperately scrapping to stay alive. Just watch. Carlton Fisk and Butch Hobson gave it all they've got. And believe it or not, Fisk caught the ball. The Boston catcher also caught the Yankee pennant express and slowed it down with his bat. This big 3-run homer over the Green Monster led the way to a 6-3 win, much to the delight of the fantastic Fenway fans. Reggie Cleveland avenged his earlier defeat and went all the way. Question is, who'll go all the way in the American League East? Who will wax? Who will wane? We may have to wait till the harvest moon in October to know the answer. Now some outstanding performances in baseball's fantastic summer of '77. Boston's Jim Rice leads the American League in home runs and, like Foster, has a chance to become the first player since Stan Musial in 1948 to accumulate 400 total bases. The top winner in the American League is California's Nolan Ryan, the 5th year in which the famed Ryan Express has struck out over 300 batters. No one else has done this. Not even Sandy Koufax or Bob Feller. We know about your fastball, Nolan. Now show us your curve. Attaboy. Nolan keeps on rolling. When discussing pitchers, let's not forget the men who rescue those starting hurlers day after day. This has surely been the year of the reliever, featuring a remarkable number of bullpenners who could all compete for Cy Young honors. Boston's Bill Campbell has been indispensable. He's won 12 games, saved 27 more. Without Campbell, the Red Sox wouldn't be close to a pennant race. And Carl Yastrzemski takes honors as the player least attached to his glove. Well, if not, we've had a very clear choice for the best defensive play we've seen this year. It belongs to Boston's Fred Lynn. And if you missed it, watch it now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is baseball 1977, a very good year. Until next season rolls around, this is Mel Allen saying, so long, everybody.